I'm Dirk Bester, and I'm the Faculty Research Coordinator of Health and Wellness at Cape Peninsula University of Technology. I've been affiliated to CPUT since 1999 when I started studying there. Never planned to stay on, never planned to do postgrad. At the time that I finished my diploma and needed to go into the laboratories of the hospitals to do pathology, the environment was really not conducive. I kind of fell into this position as a research assistant, continued my studies in the evenings, and wasn't really sure where God was taking me with this. But I did get some words in church that God wanted me to go into research. And every time that my contract came to an end, the contract somehow miraculously got renewed. You really stress every time. Every time it's this position of stress, it's this position of what now? God just every time came through. Every single time. I slowly but surely grew through the ranks as I continued my studies until I was a researcher. Got opportunities at CPUT that I wouldn't have gotten at any other university. I was able to serve on committees. I was able to take leadership positions. I was able to be the primary investigator on certain projects that I wouldn't have gotten at other universities. But still, there was this unsurety about my income. There was this unsurety about when will I really be able to provide for my family. And so when I was on my second contract, at some stage I just said to God, they're paying me a lot less than what I think I really deserve. I've got a doctorate. I've been working now for several years. I'm not in a position to spoil my family, and I really want to spoil my family. I think not even a week later, I think it was 3 days later, HR called me in and said, we realized we are paying you too little. We want to give you an increase, and they upgraded my job by 2 post levels, and they paid back pay for almost a year. That really enabled me to pay off my debt, to really have a nice Christmas and a holiday that year, and to spoil my family. And I didn't deserve it. It was just something that God did because He can. But still, my contract was ending in 6 months after that, and by that time they made it abundantly clear that they will definitely not be able to renew my contract again, because of the fact that the laws have now become much more enforceable, that you can't be employed on a contract several times in a row. You need to get a permanent post. So I was basically told, go and look for a job. You still have 6 months. And I was praying, and all the time that I was starting to get nervous, God was just saying, don't worry, I have something for you. There was this position that came up. It was for the Faculty Research Coordinator, and it was advertised, and by the time I saw the advertisement, it was actually closed. I went to the head of department and I said to the head of department, I want to apply for this, and she said, no, it's fine, she'll help me. And the miracle was that even though the call was closed, they didn't receive enough applications, so they reopened the call. And they phoned me and said, okay, we received your CV late, please put in your CV again during the call time, so that if we're audited, we can, so that we did it right. So I put in my CV and went for the interview, and I got the job. If I looked at the candidates that walked out of there before me, they have the world's more experience than I have. They have better qualifications than I have. Some of them fit the racial profile and the BEE profiles much better than what I would have fitted the profiles. But God has chosen me for this position. That's why I got the job. And it's a permanent position now. This kind of a position is a management position. It's a position where you sit in meetings, and most people don't necessarily want to do it. But this is the kind of position that I really want to have. I'm really thankful to God for the fact that He did many miracles along the way to get me where I am today. He built skills in me. There's many things that I can do that I learned that is not the usual. It's not things that I did myself. It's skills that God gave me and talents that God gave me. God has now really provided and opened the door for me to be in a stable position, being able to provide for my family. Mostly, God has put me now in a position that I enjoy, where I can actually live out my faith in the job environment, and where I can, without having to look for an opportunity, where I can just share of His love and His grace and represent Him on a daily basis.